Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you are new. If you are new here, my name is Elena and I am the homeschool mama to 3 kiddos. Here on the channel we talk about everything from homeschooling to homemaking and all the things in between, and today I'm going to take you on our first week of homeschool. Let me take you back to Monday on how our week started, and I'll kind of just pop through and show you how the whole week went, and then I'll give you the wrap up in just a few more minutes for you. Okay. First day of school, and it is going to be kind of a slow ease the way in. We just wrapped up some quiet Bible time that wasn't so quiet in the backyard. I wanted to get them out just to enjoy some morning rays, but clearly this is going to take some practice and getting into it, but I can dive more into that and what my kind of plan is, or lack of plan is, for that area if you want to know more about it. But that's how I wanted to start off our school. We did not this year start off with everything prepped, and normally I like to, or for the past couple of years, I'd like to redecorate the school area, or if we had a school room, just kind of redecorate the space. And when we were in a smaller space, we just had a door that we kind of redecorated, the inside of our front door, to kind of bring in the new school year. And this year I didn't. So I'm going to do it, but it'll be later in the school week. So for now, we're just gonna kind of extend out our first week of school. Instead of just having all the fun stuff on the first day of school, I think we'll extend it out to the first week and maybe past that. I'm really giving myself grace and trying to be as flexible as we can with this upcoming school year. So right now the kiddos decided that they all wanted oats for breakfast. So it was really easy. So we're gonna have oats. We didn't even do anything super special today for breakfast. Maybe tomorrow. We're gonna have oats, and while we're having oats, I'm gonna have my littles. I brought out my littles, their handwriting practice, and then I'm gonna start our first Monday meeting with my oldest. Now his planner isn't in yet, so we will figure it out. Let's see what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna talk briefly with him and kind of go over the school year. I'm gonna let him open up his new school curriculum, some stuff that's just still shrink wrapped, and we'll see how far we get this week or today with our plans. But I definitely want to touch on things that I definitely want to touch on this morning with him, is what we're looking forward to for the school year, what we may be anxious about over the school year and can be praying over, and what our intentions and goals may be for the upcoming year. So kind of a, first day of school morning interview thing, and I want to get that down. I'm going to be putting it into my bullet journal. This is what I'm using for my school planner. This is what I'm starting the school year out using. If you want to see how I started setting it up, I will link that video for you up here. But I think his oats are done. He's ready to get rolling. So am I. We're going to dive into the school day. We are slowly chugging along. There is something to be said for having everything prepped and ready to go, which I already explained. We did not. But it's only 10:30. I just served myself breakfast because I've just got time right now to do it. I finished my Monday meeting with my oldest, and now I'm going to dive in to opening up our Good and the Beautiful Science. I didn't have time to prep it beforehand, but it's another thing that we'll get done this week. The thing is, I didn't have time to, or I don't know if I didn't prioritize it, or I just ran out of time, or a little of everything. And I could have pushed off starting school until I had everything prepped and ready to go. And I have done that before, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to go ahead and jump right in, because I felt like if I didn't not hurry, there would have been something that needed to be prepped again, or something that could have been made perfect again, or something that I would have wanted to tweak or whatever. And we could have just pushed off school for weeks more, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm just trying to fight that perfectionism and enjoy getting to do this. So my daughter's chugging along right here next to me. My boys actually decided to get in a little bit of exercise. My younger finished his math, and he's going to get some wiggles out while his older brother is getting a quick workout in before he gets going with some sitting for the day. And yeah, and then I'm gonna call him up when we're ready and we'll start on this, and then I'll come back later this week hopefully and finish prepping it. But just wanted to check in. I'm gonna sit with my daughter while she's finishing up copy work. She just read to me, and then when my youngest comes back up, we'll do science together, because that'll be Tuesday. We started our morning with the Apologia Bible instead of just doing individual quiet time. So I read from them in here, and then we went and did the notebooks. This is my daughter's. She's the junior one. And then my littles jumped into handwriting with Draw Right Now. I did get my youngest a notebook so he could have all his handwriting together, but I don't have one yet for my daughter. So that's her sheet there. My youngest son and I went through math together. My daughter is completing off the last worksheet of the beta before we move into gamma. So she's just about done with this booklet. So she finished up that. And then together, my daughter and I worked on getting her a little notebook set up. So I've decided this year we're going to do a little steno notebook. If you want, I'm going to go through my kids' I was thinking of going through my kids' planners and how I keep them on track, but this is what we have for her. So this is what we're gonna do, and that's just her daily sheet. And then I have just a note that I've written her up here, just telling her how proud we are of her and that how we're excited for this year. And then we go through some of her, this is spelling, and then we have her lesson of the day down there. As you can see, the table is still completely set up. It's kind of a mess. We're still a work in progress here. My youngest son and I went through our lesson with all about reading. We're still getting that organized. And then for science, we ended up doing, instead of the good and the beautiful today, we're gonna do Magic School Bus. My daughter was doing a worksheet from Teachers Pay Teachers that goes along with the episode. And then for my son, I found on Pinterest these like Russian doll sets where one goes into the other, showing the food chain, because that's what the episode was about today. I ended up sleeping in today. I just could not bring myself to want to get out of bed. So I didn't get my workout in. I'm gonna have to push that into the afternoon. And we're still getting our stuff in order for school. We're still in the process of getting everything finalized and done. So that's how today went for schooling. Tomorrow, God willing, we have a surprise, and I'll share that with you, well, for you, in just a moment. Okay, Wednesday, I don't have much to show, but because we took a random day during the week and decided to take our kids on our very first field trip celebrating back to school, not back to school week. And so we, this year, took them out. We went to a local like arcade type place, and their dad took a day off, and we just had a family fun day out of it. And it was a lot of fun when we were there. I will say it was hard pressed to get there because the arcade didn't open up till later. So I thought we could get a couple of subjects in before we went, and we were met with attitude. We did get Bible done. We went ahead and did the Apologia study, so I just read to them a little bit. And then we tried to get language arts and my oldest son's language arts and geography and history done. And that was met with some struggle. He's still learning his schedule and learning how to prioritize. And so as it is expected, the first week of getting into a new rhythm, we were met with some obstacles. So we had that, and then alongside with my littles, I think that my two younger ones are also struggling, trying to get back into their internal rhythm of just getting on and getting done with schoolwork. Plus, having daddy home during the day kind of offset it because they wanted to just play and have fun and not get any subjects done. Looking back, would I have done it differently? Probably not. I think it was great that we learned to do school even if daddy is home and things are different. Was it a little bit more of a struggle than I thought it would be? Yes. But all in all, we're back now from our field trip. I didn't take video there for our videos because I really wanted to be present and be with my family there. So My apologies if you wanted to see it, but I just felt it would be best to actually be present in my family time and not show that. So that's how our Wednesday went for our first week of school, and we are very happy and excited, extremely blessed that we got to do this. Tomorrow will be interesting because we had this random sort of day off in the middle of the week, but we'll deal with that tomorrow. Today we're just gonna soak in the goodness of having the rest of the day with Daddy home. Okay, Thursday is here, and we actually started a little bit later because we started our day with tidying up. So we just got up and made beds and then kind of just rolled into picking up the bedrooms and getting that done. So it is a little bit later in our morning to get started, but that's okay because this is our priority for today, is just tidying up and doing schoolwork. So we don't have any outside plans. That's what we're gonna get done right now. I keep glancing over. My two littles are at the table together and they are getting some schoolwork done. My oldest went ahead and did exercise first thing in the morning, and now he is tackling his English language arts first, and he will check in with me if he needs help with that. So I think we're starting to maybe find a little bit of a rhythm, but let's see how attitudes and things like that go. Table here, I have my little man, and we are doing his math, and then he's having an orange, and then I am seated next to him in case he needs help. And then this here, this is just one of those dividers. When you did science projects and stuff, it's a presentation board. That's the word I'm looking for. But we use this a little bit as a privacy board. So math is a little bit of a struggle for my daughter right now. And so she has put this up to not be distracted by my son and I, but we are close enough that if she needs help, I'm right here and I can help her. So that is how the setup is. And my son, and then like I said, my older son has gone off to a different part of the house to get some quiet and get his English language arts going. And then we'll just hopefully keep chugging along with the day and get the school done. I'm gonna continue tidying up the kitchen, so I'm close enough that they, like I said, if they need help or if they need me, we can do that. And then I think after we do individual subjects, we will do our group subjects next. So let's get to it. Okay, so I never got back to Thursday because Thursday ended up being a whirlwind of a day. I think that's why I left you guys. Thursday, we didn't finish all of school. In fact, my daughter didn't finish the language arts, and I don't know, I didn't get a chance to check in with my son. So today is Friday, and it is already 12 o'clock noon. Now, ideally we wouldn't have any schoolwork to do on Friday, but because these are our flexible Fridays, we're making up anything that didn't get done. Thursday, we got a notice that they were coming. They were coming to inspect our house, an inspection where they come and they take pictures of your entire home. So we were trying to tidy up as best we could on short notice. I wish I could say this is totally something different, but I wish I could say that we were just a naturally tidy family, but unfortunately we're not. So it wasn't something super quick that, oh, just give the baseboards a good wipe and things like that. Like, we needed to do some tidy, especially because I was frantically trying to get prepared for school. And so I had books and things and papers just out. And so that's what happened with Thursday. I think that kind of gears switched where we just needed to tidy and things like that. So that brought us to today, and today I just finished wrapping up language arts with my daughter, and then my oldest son is cleaning his room, and then we're going to go over his Friday recap meeting. On a Friday recap meeting with him, it's just that where we take a look at his planner and I take a look at what I had written down, my expectations for the week for him, and then what he actually got done. And we try to talk about our highs and lows, what worked, what didn't work as we go into the next week. And then Monday, we will start again with the Monday meeting, laying out our expectations for the week. I have considered making a video showing those meetings more in depth, but I don't know, I just haven't done it yet. If it's something that you want to see, though, let me know and I will see if I can make that a priority. My kiddos, my littles are done. My youngest son finished all his work for the week, so that was fantastic. I am looking at his reading and thinking that maybe we can bump up 2 lessons a day. versus just the one if his attention span will let me, because he's picking it up pretty quickly. He still struggles with some of the blends, and so that's why I'm hesitant to bump him up too soon. I really want to make sure that we have that foundation down before we can move on. But as far as his math, he is jamming right through as I expected, and we are moving on to the next unit for his math. Now, as for me, here's what I learned this first week of school. Not having things prepped is a little bit difficult for me. I did try to give myself grace, and we did have an impromptu surprise field trip in the middle of the week, which I wanted to do for our first week of school. But if I really want to hone in on the lessons, then I need to have them prepped ahead of time. So I'm not upset that or I'm trying not to be upset with myself that I didn't have everything completed and done. It is what it is, and I'm just glad that we got off to our school week and got going. And we're kind of in a learning curve, I think, because we have a couple of new curriculums that we are trying out, especially with my high schooler. Getting back into that rhythm of a full school day can be hard, both, not gonna lie, for my students, my kiddos, and myself, because I was really holding on to those summertime vibes. So in all, I feel incredibly blessed that we are embarking on another year of homeschooling. This has been such a blessing to both my family and myself. I really treasure that this is something that we have the freedom still to do, and I pray that that will last for quite some time. But I think that is it. I think that's the wrap up for the week. Next week, I may introduce a couple of little things that we didn't get to this week, like calendar time. And then, like I said, just be more proactive on how we're starting our day. I do want to be completely honest, we did skip Bible time on, I believe, Thursday when we just got up and started cleaning, because we got up and just went into cleaning mode. And so because we didn't get up and do breakfast and kind of come in together, everybody was kind of eating, the kids ate breakfast on their own at different times, that we didn't get to sit down and do that. And so that's something that I just want to really be mindful of, that if for whatever reason we get up and we miss it, that I gather everybody maybe in the afternoon or something and have some Bible time. And that can be either the Apologia curriculum that we are doing, or just making sure that we carve out a little bit of time for them to sit and be still and either just quietly pray or look over a memory verse or whatever they would do, just so that my kids start getting into having that still and quiet time before the Lord. But that is all for us, I think, this week. Thank you so much for joining us on the adventure of our first week back at school. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, would you give it a thumbs up and let me know? And if there's other things that you would like to see or want to know about our homeschool, let me know down below, and I'll see if there's a way I can make a video or explain any of those things to you. But again, thank you so much for hanging out with us and coming along with us. It means so much to me and my family. And if you don't know, or if you just haven't heard lately, please let me be the one to tell you that you are deeply and truly loved and so, so appreciated. I really appreciate you being here and spending your time with me. Thanks so much.